Tell us what you did first. Brianna's not here. Where's Alva?
Yeah.
What do we do first? Okay. Can you factor this?
No.
Good. How about the denominator?
Yeah.
What do you get?
-4 and 2.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, class? That's correct. Sebastian, we just factored. What do we do next?
So you just cancel, but there's nothing to cancel, so there's no set 3.
Yeah, I want to tell you guys a silly story. I'm not sure if it'll make sense to you or not. These two are a couple. Class, you break up couples? Some people do, like this two over here. This one says, you know what, I don't really care if they're dating. I'll just steal that person over there. And they'll cancel the twos. But they're together, which means you have to have an x plus 2 in order to cancel them. Okay, that's my cheesy story. Why can you not do that? If you use numbers, 2 over 3 plus 2, and you cancel these 2's, are you saying that this is 1/3? It's not, because if you do 2 over 5, that's the real answer, right? 3 plus 2 is 5. 2/5 is not equal to 1/3. So this is a good strategy to do when you're taking your standardized tests, PSATs, SATs, ACTs, GREs, is because you kind of don't want to always memorize formulas, but you should be able to just use logic to figure it out. So Sebastian's correct. You don't have to cancel anything. Class, if you don't cancel anything, that means you don't have a no removable hole. Raise your hand if you got that. Ariel, what do we do next? Feel free to look at the board. We just factored. We couldn't cancel anything. Feel free to look at the board. We just factored. We couldn't cancel anything out. We're going to set the denominator not equal to 0. Ariel, when you do that and you solve it, what do you get? Four and -2. Raise your hand if you got that. Four and -2. Why do we put not equals? Class, what's 4 minus 4? 0 times anything? 2 divided by 0. You'll get a 0 on the test if you said 0. This is undefined. Okay? That's why you have these vertical asymptotes. Okay? You cannot touch those. Okay. So we have the vertical asymptote. Daphne, tell us how to find the horizontal asymptote. Correct. Top degree and the bottom degree. What is the top degree? I'm sorry? So if I wrote a variable here, correct? Are you saying that it should be a 1 there? So the reason why it's not a 1, it's actually a 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So your top degree is a what? 0. What's your bottom degree? 2. And what inequality would you write there? And what does it tell me about the horizontal asymptote? Y equals what? 0. So when the top degree is smaller than the bottom degree, you will always have a vertical asymptote at y equals 0. Okay, this is where you need your table of values. Natalie R., what's the number of the green dotted line? Correct. So on my table of values there, it's going to be -2. What's the number at the pink one? Correct. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick two numbers to the left of this vertical asymptote. -4, -3. You could have chose different numbers. I need to pick some numbers in between -4, -2, and 4. I'm going to choose 0 and 1. And I need some numbers to the right of 4. I'm going to choose 5 and 6. What I'm trying to figure out is, based on the number I put in here, -4 into here, what is my output? Let's do that together. Let's use -4. Class, -4 minus 4. -4 minus 4. -8. -4 plus 2. -2 times -8. So I get 2 over 16. And if you put that in your calculator, if you get a fraction on your calculator, on the Casios you put S to D, standard to decimal form, you get 0.125. Alright, let's put this function in. Parentheses 2 divided by x minus 4. X plus 2. It's asking me for a second function, which I don't have. I want it to start at -4. I want it to go to 6. And I want it to count by ones. There's all my answers. -4, positive 0.25, -3, 28, 57. And -2, we already know that it's undefined. That's why it says error, so I'm going to put a U. At 0, I have -0.25. At 1, I have -0.222. At 4, I already know it's going to be undefined or error. At 5, 28, 57. And at 6, 0.125. Let's go ahead and graph those. Again, what's important is you understand if it's a positive or negative number. So -4, I want to know if it's in the positive or negatives. Class, is this a positive or negative? Positive. So 0.125. 12 cents. Class, is this one bigger or smaller than the previous one? 28 cents is smaller than 12 cents? That's important because you want to know if this is going to go up or down, so I know it's going to go up. -2 is undefined. 0 at -0.25. This number is smaller, so it's going to be closer to the x-axis. And these numbers are positive, 28 cents and 12 cents. So when I sketch my graph, yours is going to look like this. Domain, basically the only numbers I can't pick are negative 2 and 4. I'm going to do this really quickly so you guys can go. Negative 2 to 4, and then 4 to positive infinity. The range, I can basically pick every single number from the negative bottom to top except for 0. And then 0 to infinity. And then the end behavior as x approaches positive infinity as I go towards the right. What's happening to the graph? The plane or the graph is landing at 0. And as x approaches negative infinity, as you go towards the left, I'm looking for the last part of the graph or the arrow. It's still landing at the y values at 0, or f of x of 0. And that's how you do that problem.